Hello and welcome to the Byte Blaze Academy. In this video, we are going to see how to connect a domain to your server. So, if you have one domain and if you want to map that domain to some server so that you are able to serve file when that domain is accessed. So basically it is called hosting. So you have a domain and then there's a hosting. You need to connect your domain to that particular hosting so that you are able to provide content on the domain whenever user is accessing. So see, this is my VPC, this is my server, and it has this is its IP. So say if I copy this and if I open it, it gives me this Ubuntu Apache to default page. However, suppose if I want to map this IP to a domain, so let's take an example. If I have a domain in GoDaddy which I want to map, so this is my domain byteblaze.live. So if I right now if I access this domain byteblaze.live, since it is a newly registered domain, it is showing me GoDaddy default parked page. But I want that if somebody opens this ByteBlaze domain, this content should open. This content should open. Uh, to do that, we will have to add a record to this domain. And how you can do this is I will show you. But first of all, mm, let's see what is the IP address of this domain currently. So if you want to check IP address of this domain, like where this domain is mapped, you can type ping and then domain name, enter. So this is the IP address. But when we are done with the mapping and if when it starts reflecting, it will start reflecting this IP address. So let's begin that. First of all, what you have to do is you have to go to domain section and then it will show you all list of domains. Since we're talking about this domain, once you visit that domain, you can click on manage DNS from that domain option. Within manage DNS, it will show you multiple entries. What you have to do is you have to edit a records. So it is a part a record. What you have to do is you have to edit and put the IP address of your server. This is my IP address of the server where I want to point this domain to. So what I'll do, I will copy this IP address and over here in the value I will paste this IP address and save. Please note that this may not reflect immediately. It may take, as you can see, it could take up to 48 hours. However, normally it won't take that much time. It hardly takes an hour or something. So you once you are done with this, you can check back later that what IP your domain is mapped to, is point to currently by the same earlier method. So what you have to do is you have to type ping and then your domain name. So in this case, my domain is byteblaze.live. It is still showing the older IP. So what I'll do is I will wait for some time and then I will again check once this domain is mapped to this. Then we will see, whether this is the domain is showing the page which is served by this host. Okay, so I am again, after some time, I am again going to check whether this IP has started reflecting or not. So what I'll do is I'll ping this on my command prompt. So ping byteblaze.live and I've started getting response from the different IP, which is this one. So I will just check this. So what I will do is I will open ByteBlaze in a browser and see where what it is opening. So earlier it was opening default GoDaddy page. Now it is opening a hosted opening the page which is served by this server. So this is the page. I will quickly show you, if I make any changes on this server to this page, it will start reflecting. So I'm gonna quickly log into this server. How to log in, you can check in my previous videos. By default, VPC with Ubuntu installation and Apache 2. This file is served from var www.html. So var www.html. Here you'll see okay, cd slash var www and then html. Here you'll see index.html. This is what my current index.html is. I'm going to add domain name apart here, default, just after default page. So I am going to edit this file and add this here in the title, just to show you how this is getting. So Apache to default page is the title. Apache to default page for domain byteblaze.live. I'm going to refresh this and you will be able to see the change. Okay. I think there's some formatting or some tag error. Let me just fix this. Okay. I'm just going to delete this because it is written in some structure. See, it is back. Let me try adding instead let me try adding some one block, which would be easier, just to avoid any formatting error. Just putting paragraph byteplace.live slash close paragraph. Okay, so here is my byteplace.live.